fuck, bro? Well, Danny still hasn't uploaded since 2 years ago. But I really can't say much because I also haven't uploaded in 6 months. So screw it. I'm gonna make a horror game about how Danny left us for the past 2 years in just 7 days. But wait, let me explain. For the past 6 months, I have been hibernating. I watched many videos of YouTubers creating their own horror game and also getting hundreds and millions of views. I really liked the idea, and plus I had never done a challenge like this before. For the game engine of choice, I had the option to choose between Roblox Studio, Unreal Engine, Unity, and Godot. I have experience in all these game engines, so I decided to go with Roblox Studio. So first, we need to find the element that make a horror game scary. So, for the first 2 days, I watched a lot of videos and played a lot of horror games. Very productive indeed. But I concluded my research with 3 key points. And probably one of the most important key points, sound effects. I realized the most horror games aren't even that high quality visual-wise. Like, I can probably make something like that.
Nah, bro, you're too dumb for that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, how could you honestly believe...
Anyways, for the second and third point, I think it's better to combine them into a single point. Expectation. Sometimes not scaring the player can actually make things even scarier. Oh my god! How? Well, most people can expect a jump scare from the situation they're in. Like this.
I'm about to get touched.
So, by messing around the player's expectation, it will definitely make your game a lot more scarier. Now, we need to get started with the actual coding part for the game. We first need a movement controller, which I can just join it from my past project. There we go.
Bro, you're actually such a lazy monkey. I honestly couldn't imagine.
Next, I made a simple cursor for the game using the shape tool. Then I created 2 features. A cursor unlocking feature to help PC player close an UI that pops out on the screen. And also a zoom feature to, you know, zoom around and stuff. Next, I created a VHS effect by finding some overlay image on Google.
You were not supposed to see.
Then I moved this image around with code to sell this effect. I also added a headsway effect to improve the realism. Okay, so I wasn't able to recreate Danny's house, so I just decided to base it off my own with some tweaks here and there. Next, we're gonna decide the style of the game. Most horror games are either super realistic or super low poly, so I decided to make my game somewhere in between. I got started with borrowing some other people's assets. Our assets. For the materials, I found this pack called 11,000 PBR Ultimate Material Pack plus AK UHD. Yoink. Next, I found an apple model on Sketchfab. I then separated the model into 3 different objects and also added an eat interaction. Whenever you take a bite out of an apple, it will make the current model of the apple invisible and the next model visible. Oh, what is that? Limited edition Karlson milk. Whenever you drink it, you get strong boners and you become really fast. But I only have 3 uses. Oh my god, I'm so fast. Oh my god. Now, I also wanted this game to feel more alive. So, I decided to add more interactions to basically everything around the house. The way you do all this is by using Roblox Studio Twin System, a gray system. Whoa. Whoa, so cool. Whoa. So cool. Also wrote some code that checks what material you're walking on so that it could play a matching walk sound effect. I found most of these sound on Creator Store and sound effect website like Pixel Bay and freesound.org. Now we need to get started with the UI. We first need a dialogue system, so I picked 2 points on the screen and stored them as 2 variables. Then I used the Roblox Studio Twin System, a grid. Also chose an animation that will overshoot the UI bit, creating this nice effect. Huh? Alright, so now we need to create an objective system. I first created a frame and put all the element of the UI in the frame. Then I wrapped the whole code in a function. I also added 3 parameters, an objective text, a timer on screen, and also a position to guide the player to the objective. Then I used the same method and created a dialogue system. I also used the same nice animation. What the f... Now that all the gameplay mechanics are done, I can finally get started on the story. The story starts when Danny leaves the house, asking you to clean up the house before he comes back. Now, the best way to tell the story is probably with a note for the player to read. So, I opened Photopea and created a simple note, with certain words being highlighted to better help tell the story. The last thing we need to do is add a jump scare. So, after you throw out the trash, it will fire an event to the server, which causes the server to tween the fog and also enable the rain. Then, for when you walk into the house, I animated 2 invisible walls coming down out of nowhere. And... The game is 75% done, so if I get 1,000 likes, I'll finish it.